room temperature water, I had hot tea, I had 1 cup filled with honey and ginger, and then I had a spit cup where I spit all my ginger out into. And it's an anti-inflammatory, the ginger is, it helps you from being messed up. I had a friend that had laryngitis. Vicus Adam. His name is Vicus Adam, not Adams. You think it's Adams, that's what people do to him, but it's not. He taught me that. He had laryngitis and he was supposed to go sing in a musical in the chorus and he like fixed himself. But also in the booth, like Bevins and I think Mike, they also have these crazy like ancient Chinese secrets.
It's called Hulk juice. Yeah, I had to use it for Nobunagan. Have you guys seen that? I don't know. It's fairly new. But I had a lot of like screaming and what they called, like literally said in the React's Rambo yell. Because she has this huge gun and so I had to like shake my body and I screamed or whatever, like to do the Rambo with the machine gun kind of thing. But it kind of looks like molasses and they call it Hulk juice because the guy who voiced the Incredible Hulk had to use it to get through his sessions. And you just take a spoonful of it and it kind of tastes like liquid cough drops and it sort of coats your throat a little bit. And then you have hot tea. I like hot tea, but like you said, when you're voicing, you have to use room temperature water because cold water will be like on your throat, so you can't do cold water at all.
Have you heard of that theater doctor in Dallas? Like that's what they, like I've never
the
had
ENT.
What does that mean?
Ear, nose, and throat.
Is that the guy? He's like this dude who all the theater actors go to, and like I've been on shows with people that had to go to him, but I've never done it myself. But like, if you like totally lose your voice and you're dead and sick and whatever, you like go to him and he like shoots you in the butt with a bunch of steroids.
Oh, my regular doctor will do that just because he knows I'm an actor.
This is the actor doctor. That's like, oh, you got the thing, we're gonna send you to the guy.
Yeah, my regular doctor will do that because he knows.
I don't have a regular doctor.
I do. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I can't, like, I don't have insurance, so I can't really afford him right now, but that's another conversation.
Doctors are up. Right.
Yeah. I'm so grateful that I've never had notes.
Could you sing the theme song for Tokyo Ghoul?
Go ahead.
No. That's my favorite part. You know what I'm talking about?
Sounds great.
I want to just go listen to it now.
I can't wait for the series to come out on home media, Blu-ray, DVD, I don't know what.
What?
Do I want to be Pitch Perfect?
Have you seen?
Or her?
Yeah, I'd do it.
You'd do it.
I mean, I'm a singer. Austin has.
I only
told me that
sing
he's
one
not.
song.
He only sings DuckTales.
Yeah.
He's not
That's the only
joking.
thing I can
It's
say.
the only thing he chooses to
She knows.
DuckTales.
What's your experience singing?
I've been singing ever since I was really little, and that's actually what I have my degree in, is vocal performance and
Really?
music. Yeah.
Where did you get your degree from?
Texas Wesleyan University.
Nice.
Lydia Mackey is an alumni with me.
Ah, that's cool.
Yes. So yeah.
She's very vocal.
She is. She's got a great voice. She's a voice actress person as well.
You're saying other things.
Oh no, just that I was in like bands in college and did a lot of theater and a lot of singing, musical theater, and like I said, I just got cast in Into the Woods, so I'll be doing some Sondheim.
What kind of stuff did you sing when you were in bands? Did you do original songs or cover songs?
I was in jazz band in college and we toured a lot and we did a
that
lot of
type
jazz
of
standards and stuff like that. And I did do some cover bands, but I was never in any sort of original
Right, yeah.
band. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
I would like that, but I've never been good at playing the instruments.
There's a lot of voice actors that are also musicians. And there's also a lot of like engineers that are musicians. Most of the engineers are musicians.
Yeah, they're all drummers or bass players. Yeah, they are.
It's true.
Tyler's a drummer.
Yeah, and Tyler started off as an engineer.
Yeah. Good times. So,
We're gonna be running out of time soon, so you guys only get to have us for a little bit longer.
what time is it?
It's like 6:50.
Oh hell, yeah.
I think technically you were supposed to be done 5 minutes ago.
Oh yeah. So let's
But-
just do 2 more questions. Yeah.
There was a question later I'll ask you if you ever watch anything like on Cartoon Network. Did you ever, which prefer, the old Teen Titans or the new one on right now?
The old who what?
The old Teen Titans
Oh,
back
I
in the
never
day,
watched
or,
Teen
or,
Oh, I
the,
didn't
or,
watch that one.
or the one that's going on right now, because I prefer the one back in the day.
I never watched Teen Titans, but I have a friend in LA who is in a fan film that's being filmed of Teen Titans, and he plays one of the Titans.
I mean, I like Teen Titans because Tara Strong's in there.
She's great.
She's Raven.
Okay,
I love her as Ben 10.
that's cool.
She's like everyone.
Yo,
She was also Twilight in My Little Pony.
I hate it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is how that happened. It started out like a lot of times. She's talking about Haganai. I don't know if you guys have seen that, and I think it's season 2, which is Haganai Next. My character really likes to read smutty novels online. I think they have a word for that, but I don't know what it is.
Smoochie.
I don't know what they're called, but so when a lot of times when you're recording when you're recording, you don't have the final, what's called the final animation, and that's either because there are several reasons, but a lot of the times it's because the Japanese will change it by the time they get done with the full season, and they will have added something or taken away from something, so you have to go and do what's called a pickup. And when I originally recorded the line you were talking about, where they make me read aloud this smutty novel, it only had like 3 or 4 words, and it cut off, and it went straight to what do they call that? The little thing where it's like a midpoint.
the thing, the mid thing, the midpoint break.
Or like the commercial break thing. It has a name with a slate or whatever the. Anyways, and it was just like she just said like ba-da-da-da, and it cut off, and I didn't say anything bad at all. And then I went on this tour, and I came back, and Joel was directing season 2, which Joel McDonald, and they called me in for a pickup for that, and then I was going to go to another studio, and there were some girls in there who were doing Walla, and which Walla is with all actors. It means there's a bunch of actors in the booth doing background noise and whatnot. And these girls were all new and had never done a session at Funimation before. Joel's like, we're just going to get you doing this line. He's like, and he wrote it on the spot, by the way, which says a lot about his little filthy mind. He's just like, okay, we'll just, because really she ended up rattling on for more like 2 sentences worth of stuff of horrible cussing and filthy naughty words. So I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna go for it. And she goes, dirty things, awful things, and I did it in one take.
I think.
What? Oh, I did it in one take, and the girls who were outside of the fish tank looking at me were like, they went white. Because I think they thought that they were about to have to do all of those types of things, and like that's what they had signed up for. And I was like, like they did not know. And I was like, no, you guys are just gonna be like, oh, look at that boy, or whatever. Like you're not gonna have to do any of that. But it was embarrassing, and I saw the words on the page, and I just went for it, like balls to the walls, just like went for it.
Those some of the lines from.
They bleeped them all out.
Oh.
They're all bleeped. That's how bad.
Funny.
It was.
They just threw the balls out there.
Yeah.
I think we might be stepping on people's toes.
Yeah.
Are we? We got it. There's another thing coming?
Nothing until 8.
Nothing until 8? We
Oh,
are
yeah.
going to stay here for another 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then we're going to leave. And you have a question.
No, I have a request.
Oh, you have a
Oh,
request.
no.
Can you change it to 20 minutes?
What?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
We have to, people make us go do things, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
We're not in charge of our own
I'm
lives.
sorry. Can you tell them you're sorry in Miranda's voice?
I'm sorry. That wasn't very good.
That's good. You got the knees all good.
What?
Yeah.
Jade, Are you into stand-up comedy, and who are your favorite comedians?
Yes. I'm really bad at remembering everything.
Maybe it might be like George Carlin.
It was Jim Gaffigan. I really like Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah, Jim Gaffigan.
A lot.
He has a new show coming out.
I like Dana Carvey a lot.
Such an old school reference.
I know, but I like his stand-up show. Yes, it's so good. And then, actually, there's rumor that Steve Martin and Martin Short are gonna go on tour again. And with the Steve Canyon Rangers, which is Steve Martin's band, his bluegrass band,
Oh.
because he's like an insane
Yeah, he's
banjo
like really
player.
good.
So I love Martin Short. I guess I like all those old like kind of SNL guys, but I don't know.
George
I'm really
Carlin,
bad.
George Lopez, and
I don't really like
Jerry Springer.
not Jerry Springer.
No,
Jerry
Seinfeld.
Springer. Jerry Seinfeld. What is the deal?
Jerry Springer, that's a politician. He was though. He was like a he was like a governor or something.
I
Jimmy
love
Fallon
Jon
wasn't a governor.
Stewart, which I guess he doesn't really do stand-up, but I
He
like
did,
all the
but
people
yeah.
that were. I mean,
He was awesome.
Dude, have you ever heard of Bo Burnham?
yeah, I like that. What's that song he does?
He's a musical comedian.
I know, but there's this one. Oh God, there's one
There's
song
so
I really
many.
like that he does. Yeah, I like him.
Have you heard of the left brain, right brain song?
Maybe.
I am the left brain, worked hard till my inevitable death brain. That's how it goes. See, it's not my song. I only got one song I can sing.
It's not Duckburg. Wait, no, DuckTales.
Jeff Dunham.
That sounds familiar.
I think I might have listened to him. I used to be into Louis C.K., but I think he's kind of pretentious.
Louis C.K.
Yeah, and also there's a really nasty article that was written about him recently. Is this? I'm not gonna. Never mind. It's bad.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Log Horizon.
Oh, no worries.
Log Horizon. Yeah, I was a Katsuki.
Tell us.
I was a ninja,
I've never seen.
and I recorded that at Sentai. Have you ever worked there?
No, dude, I want to work.
They do the scroll and roll.
I basically only work at Funimation. What's the scroll and roll? Do tell.
They
That's
were,
like the chase method, right?
they chase the entire episode, and they don't stop the
That
entire
is
time.
insane. If you like mess up and they stop and go back, and then
No, not really. You just keep going. They go back later.
oh,
They record the whole
wow.
episode, and then they go back later.
That
You
is
just keep
intense.
going.
How do you feel? Do you like that more, or
I haven't done it too many times, so I was really, really nervous the first time because
yeah.
you're also, like, if you see your character, you're like, but sometimes you don't, it's just the voiceover, and you're like, oh, is that me? Because you're also, the Japanese is underneath you the whole time, you're just saying it on top of it.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like that a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes. At first, it was really distracting for me. Like we had to do that for Guilty Crown because they didn't have any of the elements for that either.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like you either get all the sound effects and the music and the awesomeness, but you also get the Japanese voiceover, or you get nothing.
Mm-hmm. And I don't like the vacuum, I'd rather have everything.
Yeah, because like being able to listen to dramatic music while you're doing
It
something
really
dramatic,
helps.
it totally
Yeah.
helps.
Eeny, meeny,
The
miny,
lady.
moe.
Getting into, or what'd you say?
The hardest part about getting into voice acting?
Is that what you said? The random luck that is involved?
Mm-hmm. The 6 years of waiting for an audition.
Yeah, there's a quote that I've heard about being an actor, and they say that in a 20-year time span, everybody gets the same amount of opportunities. But luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So you need to spend those 20 years being totally prepared, and you might be Daniel Radcliffe, or you might be Bryan Cranston, but you have to sit and wait until someone pays attention to you. I can't wait for that to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm a terrible actor.
Go on Tanya Harding nonsense.
Unfortunately, smacking someone in the shin doesn't get you hired for anything.
No, that puts you in jail.
Maybe as an action.
Yeah.
Have both of you guys ever tried to work at any other animation besides animation?
Yeah, I worked at Sentai and I worked at Okratron. You've worked at Okra?
They've just now started paying attention to me, which is nice. But it's like, it's hard to like try to work at a place that doesn't really solicit open calls. You kind of have to be invited. So like I spent many years at parties like standing near Chris Sabat until eventually like we started talking. And one day he was like, "Oh, well, let's bring you in for this thing." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Great.
Yeah.
That's how you get hired. Write it down. Do you want to pick one?
Yes, this will be our last one. Oh, meeny, miny, moe. Yeah.
You. Better make it good.
Drink?
Like alcoholic or just? Yeah.
Now 15 minutes.
Coffee.
What for what?
Q&A for both.
Really fancy latte. I love the cinnamon dolce latte.
Kaneki,
On
everyone.
panel.
Oh,
I haven't been correcting anyone today, but I just want you all to know his name is Kaneki. God, now I just want some coffee too. I would say soda-wise, it's Dr. Pepper. Life-wise, it's water. Morning-wise, it's coffee. But I like terrible coffee with a little bit of cream in it.
I like good coffee.
No, I like good coffee too. I like espresso.
And I love ginger ale, as Austin knows.
Ginger.
Yeah, I was on a mission to get her ginger ale yesterday. And
No one here sells ginger ale in this
apparently
town.
not. I got into 3 stores, and all I could do is bring her back a 2-liter bottle of ginger ale.
It's like that.
And I showed up at her door with the ginger ale. Well, we showed up at her door with the ginger ale. Other people as well. And she was like, "Why did you do this?"
I'm so bad. I'm not going to take it on the plane. But I had some last night, and I was appreciative.
Did you at least have some of it?
Yeah.
I don't think you could take that.
No, I can't.
That would be cool though. Okay, unfortunately, our time together is over.
You guys, this has been such a fun con. Everyone in McAllen has been so nice and welcoming and wonderful, and I'm so grateful to have been invited. I'm so grateful to have met you all, so thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for your troopers who stayed here this whole time.
Hopefully we'll see you around at other cons.
Yes,
Thanks, guys.
I love you.
Bye.
Good night.
I might
Good
pass
luck.
out.